Hello, in this video I'm going to talk about writing an assignment. Okay, there's going to be two parts, as this is part one for the video. So let's say you have an assignment to write, and in the assignment brief you are asked to analyze two approaches to academic reading and compare the way key concepts are conceptualized within those approaches. And this is going to be a written assignment of 3,000 words. Basically, we are going to look at two aspects: the structure of the essay and the process of writing an essay. In this first part, we are going to focus on the structure of the essay. So, the structure, just like any other essays, you will have an introduction, and as you can predict, there will be a conclusion as well, and somewhere in between, the main body. The main body is basically just the way you navigate your way from the introduction to the conclusion. And let's just take this assignment as an example. Analyze two approaches to academic reading and compare the way key concepts are conceptualized within these approaches. First, what you need to do is actually analyze the assignment brief and identify key terms that will help you to create a structure and also to understand what is that you have to do. So here, I think the first one would be two approaches, but it's also very important that you need to look at key concepts and how they are conceptualized. And then the other important words would be the two verbs, analyze and compare. So, for example, you might decide that you want to focus on the two approaches. Then in your main body, what you could do is you could have a section in which you critically analyze the first approach, then another section in which you critically analyze the second approach, and finally you will have a third section where you compare how the key concepts are conceptualized within these approaches. Well, this way you can make sure that you have met all the criteria that was set out for you in the assignment brief. In terms of word count, the introduction and the conclusion are going to be about the same length, and in the case of a 3,000-word essay, the introduction would be around 250 words. Basically, the introduction should never exceed 10% of the full length of the essay. And then in the main body, you can do it in many different ways, how you are going to assign the word count. You can have 850 words for each, and then these sections are going to be approximately of the same length. But you can also decide that, okay, the third section is actually the most important, where you compare the key concepts. So you can decide, for example, that you are going to write 1,500 words for this part, which will leave you with 500 words for the first part and 500 words for the second part. Okay, just, an estimate that if you decide that you will have 850 words for this part, that would be about 4 paragraphs, maybe 5, but then your paragraphs may not be long enough. But there are other ways to structure your essay as well. You might decide that maybe you want to focus on the key concepts here, for example. In this case, then what you would probably do is to find and identify the key concepts, and then you critically analyze and compare the key concepts within the two approaches. And then you do the same with the key concept 2, key concept 3, and 4. In this case, it is more likely that actually the length of these sections are going to be the same. In this particular case, it's 625. Which means that you are going to have approximately 3 paragraphs, maximum 4 short ones in each of these sections. Okay, there are other ways to organize and structure your essay. But I just wanted to show you two examples how to do this. And although we have been talking about the structure of the essay in the first video, this is not going to be the first step that you take when you are writing your essay, but we will speak more about that in the next video. All right, so thank you very much for watching, and hope you will also watch the next video. Ta-ta!